Good morning. I'm Sarah Pearson in the News 2 Alert Center with your morning pulse. A North Platte man will spend 5 to 7 years in prison after pleading no contest to a drug charge. Alfonso Romero was sentenced in the Lincoln County District Court. He was originally charged with possessing between 10 and 27 grams of methamphetamine, but that charge was amended down to delivery, distribution, manufacturing, or possession of a controlled substance. Judge Sidney Volkmer sentenced Romero to a minimum of 5 years and a maximum of 7 years in prison. He'll receive credit for 222 days already served. A second charge of possessing money while violating drug laws was dropped. The offense happened in February of last year. Romero, who had been in custody, remained silent during today's hearing. Happening today, the North Platte Planning Commission will consider an application by Zeller Classic Rentals, LLC for preliminary and final approval of Zeller Second Subdivision located at 1501 East 12th Street. The board is also expected to discuss policy discussions about city ordinances as well as elect new officers for 2026. New this morning, 4 people were arrested by ICE agents at the Douglas County Courthouse yesterday while waiting to appear at their hearings. According to defense attorney Robert Larson, 3 of those people were facing DUI charges and a 4th charged with a hit and run. Larson says he had stepped away to confirm a plea deal just 7 minutes before a hearing yesterday morning, and when he got back to his seat, his client was gone. Now his client is in federal custody, being taken to the detention center in McCook. Larson says what happened changes his perspective, and now he prepares his other clients.
I feel like I have an obligation to just let them know that this is a possibility and something that they need to be prepared for. The possibility of it happening, since now I've seen it, and obviously you've seen it in other cities as well.
So on that point alone, we stand strongly against any types of statements that besmirch someone simply for having a firearm with them while carrying concealed.
A top 5 matchup is going down in Ann Arbor tonight as number 5 Nebraska is set to face number 3 Michigan. The Huskers look to stay undefeated as they come into this game 20-0, while the Wolverines sit at 18-1. This is the first top 5 matchup in program history for the Big Red. Tip-off is set for 6, and the game will be streamed on Peacock.
Well, hi there, everybody, and good morning to meteorologist Travis Kleneski here on this Tuesday morning here. We'll bring back full screen real quick here. It's a Tuesday morning where it's not nearly as cold as it has been recently. Hoping that we will stay that way. It's not going to be exactly a warm week this week. Tomorrow looks a little bit better. Today's going to be kind of a cool day. I'm looking forward to some nicer weather to come down the road next week. Let's take a look at things here on Futurecast. Pretty quiet, but we are seeing some increase in clouds behind a cool front that has passed through the area. Winds, thankfully, don't look to be terribly strong for today. Decreasing clouds tonight. I am very iffy on fog development. I know that Futurecast is hinting at fog. A lot of that would depend on snow melt, and I don't think we'll see too much snow melt today with the lack of sun, not as much sun. Plus, temperature's not exactly warm out there for today, especially those snow-covered areas. As we get into tomorrow, looking for some sun to start off the day, some increase in clouds later in the day. We'll continue to thicken up those clouds Wednesday night into Thursday with a small chance of snow by Thursday morning. Better chances will come down the road later in the day, Thursday into Thursday night, as some chillier air works its way in. It's probably the best chance this week to pick up a little bit of additional snow accumulation. It doesn't look significant right now, but we may see some minor snow accumulation as we head towards the end of this week, Thursday, especially Thursday night into Friday morning, and then maybe another very small chance over the weekend. We'll talk about that in just a bit. High temperatures today, 20s and 30s for most of us, so a little chillier than yesterday, especially for those that are in north central Nebraska where it got to the 40s yesterday. 40s are confined to into western portions of Nebraska. As we look around the area just real quick here, we'll show you some of the towns out there, 20s and 30s in the Sandhills region, mid-20s around Spencer, mid-30s around Mullen, low 30s around Thedford. Your thickest clouds in these locations to the west, but we do warm up to the low 40s in far southwest Nebraska. Mid-30s around Elwood, 35 there, 36 in Gothenburg, only 31 in Loop City. Colder to the east, 25 in Syracuse, 26 for Lincoln, 27 in Crete. How about 30 in Sutton, 29 in Grand Island, 30 degrees in Blue Hill and Hastings. Northeastern areas, the coldest areas, but could be a little sunnier today. Looking at temperatures around 20 for a high only in Ponca, 24 in Verdigris, 27 in Albion, and 28 degrees in Greeley. Dropping back into the teens tonight with a few single digits in eastern Nebraska. Temperatures tomorrow, this might be the warmest this week for most of us. 30s, 40s, and 50s, your warmest temperatures in the west and the southwest. Back to the teens for tomorrow night with a few 20s out west into Thursday morning, and then we start to see the chilly air backing in from the northeast on Thursday. Still fairly mild out west, but colder to the east. We'll continue to see that colder air working its way in Thursday night into Friday. Colder night, single digits and teens for lows, and then looking ahead to Friday, this will be our coldest day this week for most of us, teens and 20s for most. Still some 30s out west. The cold air doesn't completely infiltrate the area. And then Friday night's probably the coldest night. As we'll see here on our 7-day forecast here, you can see the colder air that's going to settle in as we head into the end of the week here. 0 degrees Friday night to Saturday morning. Saturday's still kind of chilly, but then with a warm front coming through, a slight chance of snow Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then we'll try to warm up as we head into early next week here, and hoping that we'll continue to warm up as we head further into next week, especially the end of next week. We may be pushing 50s back into our area, and maybe out west even some 60s. Looking at North Platte here, again, we'll be kind of chilly-ish today, warming up for your day on Wednesday, and then cooling down a touch on Thursday. I think it could drop late in the day, Thursday into Thursday night, as that snow chance moves in. Some of that snow could linger into your Friday. That's our coldest weather right there, Friday into Friday night. Slightly warmer Saturday, but with a front coming through, that warm front, a little snow possible Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening, and then milder air Sunday and Monday. And in fact, we'll settle into a very mild weather pattern next week. Late next week is when we could see that warm air really build in. In fact, the Climate Prediction Center predicting that much of the western half or so of the country will be much above average into early February and likely to be below average. Well, everybody, thank you all for watching on this Tuesday morning. I'll be back with you next Monday with all the latest. Until then, take care and God bless.